Hello, hello everyone. It's Shelly with Chalkin History with Shelly Kalick. I'm a Chalk Couture independent designer. Welcome to the replay. If you're catching the replay, I appreciate you being here. Whew, we are back from the weekend. So excited to be back home to share today's project with you. Today we're going to play with our Nativity kit. I got it right before I left. It may have been even that morning I received it. So I'm really excited to show it to you. I think it's a really neat kit. One that can be enjoyed month or year after year, I should say. So I'm excited to do this with you. Hope you guys can grab a beverage of your choice and join me tonight. It's Monday night. We're going to just make sure everything is all good on my end. If you provided your text phone number, we went ahead and just gave you a quick text to let you know we're live. If you'd like a text notification, because I don't know about you, but my Facebook notifications, I'll get something that happened like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and that bothers me. So I'll send a quick note out saying, hey, I'm live. Hopefully you can join me now. If not, you can always catch the replay. So go ahead and comment text, and we can get you set up for that. All right, guys, we'll start 1 second here. All right, make sure everything is working. All right, we're live. Make sure you guys say hello. Hello, hello. This is going to be a fun kit, I think. I'm excited about it. There are a ton of pieces that come with it. So let's first walk through the box and show you what all comes inside. Well, actually not everything will come inside. You will get a couple things separate from the box. There we go. All right, in the box itself, you will get the barn, if you will. Let's see, what do they call it? They call it the... see if they call that anything in particular. Nope, they don't call it anything in particular. Anyway, so you get the base, right, with the background. You'll get a small squeegee. You'll get a full paste of shimmer gold. And that's our new shimmer gold. I don't know if you guys realize we have a new shimmer gold to match our shimmer ink. It's more, trying to think what, it's just a little more shimmery, a little more golder, not so much as a dirty gold, but it is a little better of a gold. And then you get all of your pieces for the stable, and all the animals and baby Jesus, and I think the wise man's in there and all that good stuff as well. You also get a little adhesive square, so I'm going to try to make sure I don't lose that guy. He will be for the star, so let's go ahead and just grab that so I don't lose him. So we're just going to put him aside. If you're hopping on with me live, say hello. If you're catching the replay, you can still say hi. Let's get these pieces out. So we got a donkey, a baby Jesus, a little lamb, a cow, a camel. We got our 3 wise men, have Mary and Joseph. We have the star, and then we have a shepherd. All right. So we will go through the instructions real quick, just to give you an idea of how to get started. However, you can do this however you want. So if you want to paint these ahead of time, you can paint them. Just use your imagination. Okay, so outside of the box, you'll also receive, let's just put this aside for a moment. Hopefully that stays. You'll get 2 transfers. These are D-size transfers. So you have transfers for each of all of those wooden pieces. They just had to separate it on 2 transfers because there's so many pieces. All right, with this project, I do recommend that you also throw a can of our wax in there. And if you scan that QR code that you see, that will load your transfer up with the Nativity kit. It'll throw in a jar of wax. It'll put in the little applicator, and then just some paste colors that I chose that I'm going to try to use today, but by all means, just pick out the colors you want if you want anything in addition to the shimmer gold. All right. And then if there's something in there that you don't want, then of course, go ahead and take it out. All right, instructions. It just says to grab a piece and start to cut your transfers, you know, divide it in all the pieces, and then just to start chalking. But like I said, I like to wax my wood, so we're gonna do all of that first. So let me, and I am not gonna open my jar. It should be closed when you get it. It'll be nice and sealed. I'm not going to open mine because I have one already open. So we're going to just put that aside. All right. Let's get all of these guys out. All right. This is probably going to be a little bit longer of a live tonight just because we have so many pieces, parts. So you can come in and out as you need. All right. First, we're going to go ahead and wax our stable. So I'm going to grab my applicator and we're going to throw some wax on there. And it is the entire inside. If you choose, let me think about this. I may want to paint the inside. I think that's what I intended on doing. So I think first we're going to do our painting, then we'll wax. Okay, so I saw someone else do a different color variation, so I wanted to give that a try. All right, so we're going to do Shimmer Moonlight on the inside with a little bit of our Shimmer Gold, I think is what we're going to do. But look at that pretty color. Now you can no longer get this in a jar, but you can get it in a single. So I did put the, whatever palette pack had that in there is what I did put in the cart. All right, let's get, I'm trying to think if I want a foam brush or if I want a real, let's try a foam brush. And if we have to go to a real brush, we can always change over. So I am just digging right in, and we're going to paint that whole inside with our Shimmer Moonlight. Okay. We're going to try to get super close to that edge. You can always go ahead and take some of our transfer tape and line that on the inside, which I might do because that foam, unless we go back with a brush, maybe we'll do that. Let's just try to get the inside painted here. And I just got the inside of that, a little drip, one flinging. All right, so let's get that mostly covered. All right. Get that mostly covered. And then we'll come back, I think, with the brush and try to get as close as we can. All right. I just love this color. It has actual like gold flecks in it. And it just looks so pretty once it's dry. You guys are going to be amazed. Okay. I also have out our not shimmer, shoot, I just hit the side again. We got our nominee. That was one of our color of the months. It was that really pretty gold plated color. So I might use that as well. So let's see how we get this painted, and then we're going to get a brush in here. Try to smooth that out. All right, let's put that aside. Let's grab one of our, this is one of our paintbrushes that came in one of my other kits that we had. Save these brushes. These brushes are so awesome, you guys. They really are nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in here, get as close as I can. Try to have a steady hand. As close as I can to that edge. It's okay if I don't butt up right to it. If you're a painter, you'll like this step. I don't know why I keep nicking the side, driving me crazy. What I'll do is probably just get some water later on and try to get that off. All right, we're gonna go around. Honestly, if you have shaky hands, but you really want to paint the inside, then just use that transfer tape. That will be a godsend for you guys. All right, say hello, friends. Go around the edge. How was everybody's weekend? Like I said, I had a fabulous time in Tennessee. Made so many new friends. I just love sharing just the concept of you can switch out your home decor whenever you want. You don't have to go to a big, expensive store to do it. You can do it yourself. Choose your colors. Choose whatever it is you want to put it on. There's no rules. You know, the freedom that must give you, right? Okay, let's keep going here. Trying to blend that in. All right, I'm going to turn it. I like to turn my projects as I'm doing it. You know, that it was a dark night, right? So it should kind of reflect that, although I do like the classiness of just the white and gold. I think doing it in black paste would also be very, very classic looking. And I think distressing it would look amazing as well. All right, these corners are a little tricky because it's not your 90-degree corner here. There we go. All right. Try to blend where those two, where I painted it with the foam brush, and then I'm coming in with the brush here. All right, one more corner, guys, and then we can really start going here. Get in that corner. Okay. Trying to smooth out where I see some thicker parts here. All right, now there's a little piece of something in there. There we go. I'm also thinking I want to kind of blend in a little bit of gold, as if, like, since the star is going to be here, I want it to shine down, right? So I think, trying to think how, like, how does a beam come down, like a star beam? Does it go into a bigger triangle, or does it start out small and then go out big? Help me out. Is the top of the star beam like the moonlight? How does that look, guys? Help me out. Hello, Susan. How are you? We're working on the Nativity. Have you gotten yours yet? Trying to smooth this out here. Okay, Susan, how does a star beam go? Like, if the star is here, does the light come this way? Or does the light start out big and then go small? I think it starts small and goes out, right? That makes sense to me. I don't know why. It just does. Yes, I'm trying to think if it's... I'm thinking it goes small and then widens. I don't know. Yes. I had a very good weekend. It was awesome sauce. All right, I'm trying to think if I want to use... Let's do the gold shimmer, only because that's what's actually in this shimmer moonlight. And we're going to get... another brush. And hopefully we could get this to do what we want it to do. All right, so we're going to dip it in very lightly, actually. I know we'll have to catch up because the baby Jesus will be here, so we won't make it too terribly wide. We'll just kind of come in like this. We're just going to kind of make some strokes, I think. Oh, that's good. Does that look even? It might be wider than I anticipated. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. Pick up a little bit more here, down here. I think I just went too wide on this side, so now I gotta kind of match it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not doing a solid, I'm just kind of playing with it here. Didn't really dry the blue, so it's kind of picking that up, but grab a little of the blue. It is the shimmer gold. It's the new shimmer gold. Remember, we got kind of like a new color. I'm gonna kind of stipple on some of this shimmer moonlight. We're gonna calm that gold down. Give it some texture. Ooh, I'll have to get some hay and put it in there. I'm trying to think, I just bought some too from Michael's. Some of that fake stuff. I think so too. I'll have to find it. Not sure where that is right now. Okay. I think that's good. I just wanted to touch. It looks like this gold is like crazy gold, but it isn't really. I think once it dries, it'll be a good contrast. So let's get this closed up for the time being here. Get our blue. We're going to grab our quick dry tool. So I threw this in our, threw that in the cart link. Ooh, that would be fun, right? Little fairy lights. I did throw this in your shopping cart link because a lot of you that I met this past weekend have embossing guns, but those are a really high heat gun. Because it's meant to like melt the embossing powders and that kind of thing. We want our chalk paste to dry, but you don't really need a crazy hot heat. Like I could just hold this on my hand. Yes, after a while it will get a little warm. But like I can touch this and it's cool. It's kind of strange. It dries it, but it keeps our wood cool to the touch. So shimmers take a little bit longer to dry. If you're like me, I stick my fingers in it and then I'm like, oh boy, it's still wet. So we're just gonna pounce it here. We'll wash up after. Okay. Get a wipe up my fingers. Messy Marvin. I know we were all getting kind of messy this weekend, weren't we, ladies? All right. Let's wipe up. Again, those little splashes I got going on, I'll work on that another time to get that off. I want to wait till that dries and see if we can pick some of that off. Okay, so let's push this aside. This is our stable so far. All right, now, like I told you before, oopsie, this got under one of my guys. I like to wax my wood before I do anything to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and wax our pieces. Also, when you're doing that, make sure you're paying attention to which way the animal or person should be facing. So let me get my little directions here so I could see. So the lamb goes like this. Our baby Jesus goes like that. Mary, I think, is like that. I'm guessing that's Mary. This is that way. Our donkey goes this way. Donkey. Here's our cow. All right, one of the wise men. Joseph, or another wise man. I always, when you see these nativity kits, you can never really tell the shepherd between, you can never tell between Joseph and the shepherd. Okay, the camel goes that way. I know, I wish I could play music, but then of course Facebook will say, you're playing music, you can't do that. You don't own the rights, blah, blah, blah. I never said I did. I just like to have music on in the background. Don't know why they don't let that happen. I just don't know why. All right, so I accidentally got some of that midnight blue on my shapes. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Okay, you know what we could do is we could try to sand a little bit of that away without sanding the whitewash away. I do too. And snackies. Candy is always, I used to always, when I'd go scrapbooking at Crops, we'd always bring our little candy and munchies and all that to chew on. Okay. Oh, I got it on the camel too. Darn it. Yeah, I think it's over there. Let's see. This guy's bending. He's on his knees. Jeez. How did I get it on that guy? How did I get it on the camel? M&M's. I used to like just anything with caramel is my favorite chocolate. I do not like nuts in my chocolate. Never have. Never ever have. Let's just try to sand that away a little bit. Inquiring minds want to know, what kind of candy do you guys like to nibble on when you're crafting? Or do you like to nibble on vegetables? All right. Now we can start waxing everything. Just a minor little detour there. All right, so we grab some wax and I kind of just spread it on. Okay, and I'm going to just try to do all the pieces here. So I'm just at this point putting it on, okay? Grab it as you need it. Use a gentle touch when you're handling the pieces. You know, these little hooks, the shepherd's hooks and stuff, it's a pretty strong piece of wood, but I would hate for it to crack off. So just gentle as you're waxing and handling things. Okay, we're just spreading it on. Gotta do the star too. Oh my gosh, this donkey would be cute to decorate for voting, right? We have to get out and vote Tuesday. What is it, the 7th, I think? Okay, we're just spreading it on. We're just going to do all at once. Wax on, wax off, just like the Karate Kid. The direction says to let it sit anyways. I don't normally let it sit because we're in much too much of a hurry. But this will be good. We're going to let that sit for a moment. Let's do the star. Careful of the points on the star. Okay. All right. Everything has wax applied. I'm going to get some pieces of paper towel. I like buffing it off with a paper towel just because I think it's coarse, and I feel like it helps really get it in there. Quick movements. Okay. Your surface will feel waxy at first, and then it will start to feel slippery or slick. It will feel soft. And that's when you know you've done a good job with your waxing and buffing. Again, I am partial to waxing. I prefer it. Some people do, some people don't. Just try it once without, try it once with, see what you think. Veggies equals no fun, right? Just saw that comment. That's funny. Okay. Okay, these guys are waxed. Gosh, I've seen so many beautiful nativities just all over Facebook. Everyone is loving it. Okay, we did that. Did we do this already? Some people have actually painted the animals first, all the figures actually first, and then they chalk on top. Okay, almost done, folks. I kind of move my paper towel around just to get clean parts of it. Again, be gentle with those hooks, the rods. What have you been up to, Miss Susan? How's Miss Willow? Whew, lots of pieces, guys. Lots of pieces. So the directions don't mention the waxing because they leave it up to the individual. Again, I recommend it. I find I have better results with it. I find that it gives us a nice barrier because some of these wood pieces you'll see are very porous or textured. There's a lot of wood grain in these wood cutouts. So it's kind of nice to just put that little barrier in there. Okay, everything is waxed. All right, let's bring over our transfers. Cut those down. Lots of prep. Make sure you actually take the time to do the prep. We're just going to cut down all these pieces. And I'm going to kind of go around some of these lines here. Okay. Sometimes they give you extra transfer material. Sometimes I just cut it away. So they have lines, cut lines for you, but like I said, I sometimes will go around it or cut some of it off because it just seems to be like there's too much space there. And I love all the designs, the intricate designs that are in like all these little intricate pieces. It's just kind of really cool. Like, I don't know, probably like the patterns of the fabric that you would have seen way back then. It's just really amazing. Okay. Cow will just go straight across. Now just chop that off. We don't need that there. Just don't cut into your design. Make sure you're paying attention. All right, let's start with these pieces. We can cut the other ones when we get to them. All right, so I think our first one will be our camel. Let's grab our camel. All right. I'm not going to label these like I normally do, only because I think every shape of these backer sheets, these transfer pieces, are going to be unique as to how I cut them. So I don't think I'm going to bother doing that, and I know it's part of the Nativity. Now, if you choose not to wax, then I would suggest you fuzz your transfers very, very well. Many, many times you want to get a lot of that tackiness off, but because I did wax, it's okay to just throw that transfer right on there. And because our transfer is translucent, more translucent now these days, which I love, it's easy to see placement. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So with our camel, I brought out saffron. I don't know if I'll use that or not. I do have Shimmer Harvest, which is more of a yellow shimmer, versus our Shimmer Gold. You could see the two. The Shimmer Gold is, like I said, more of a dirtier gold, or like an antique gold, where our Shimmer Harvest, I feel, is like just a really bright gold, or like a brass, I suppose you can go with. So I'm not sure if I want to make my animals all those colors. Like, I kind of think I want to make my camel. Oh, well, we should bring out camel. We have the color camel. Let me just find that. Let me find my camel. Let's see. That's not camel. Here's my camel. Let's do our camel in camel. All right, and I'm just going to get a small squeegee here and pick up some camel. You use very little of the product. Okay, and I'm just going to place it all around. Okay, you could just kind of come through here. I kind of hold my squeegee more upright, and what that does is it gives me more leverage, and I'm able to kind of spread my excess and cover the design at the same time. And you'll get used to that. That will come more natural to you as you do it. Okay. Almost done with our camel. Trying to get all that excess off. Making sure I didn't miss anything. So looking for white, part of the design, but looks like I have everything covered. So, all right, ready, guys? Here comes the reveal. And you just peel him right off. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you like to do a lot of embellishing, if you like to use embossing powder, if you like to use diamond dust, glitter, now's the time to do that while that paste is still wet. And then once it is, it depends what you do. If you do glitter, you need to let it dry on its own. If it's, and I haven't played with diamond dust yet, but like for embossing powder, you could pretty much get your embossing gun out then, and then emboss it. So I'm just gonna take my quick dry tool here and give it a good little dry. This just expedites the drying process. Otherwise, I could have just set him aside and he would dry. All right, we can set him aside. Hopefully he won't fall. I'm also gonna grab my gray for my donkey, so let's do him next. Cow. Here's our donkey. Okay. Again, we just take it off. Usually I can roll my finger if I'm holding this end pretty tightly. I can feel the edge. I had it. If not, I keep turning. There we go. So you get that back sheet off. Get my glasses back on. And we line that guy up. It gives you kind of like a I wouldn't even say an 1/16, 1/8 of an inch kind of border around. Okay. Let's do this. All right. This is why I recommend a pack of the 12 pack of mini squeegees, because otherwise you're cleaning the squeegee in between every color, and that's a pain in the butt. Okay, let's open our storm. Pick up some storm here. Again, very little. Make sure your transfer is nice and flat against your cutout. Again, hold it more upright. That will take your excess off and kind of just spread that excess around. Okay. Make sure there's no white showing. Put your excess back in your jar because you don't want to waste it. Okay. And then peel your transfer off. See how nicely that releases? A lot of times too, if you don't fuzz enough, it could really stick to it. But when you wax it, again, it adds that barrier. The chalk sits on top of that wax. It releases your transfer really nicely. Let's put him aside. Just put these guys on the floor because I feel like they might tip over. Okay, what do we have next? Let's see. We got our wise men. Wise man, wise man. I think this is Mary, Joseph, wise man, cow. Gosh, what color do we make our cow? I don't know. Cow. Let's see here. We could do a dark brown. I would do black, but I don't know, I feel like black might be a little harsh. So let's just do a brown cow. How now, brown cow, right? Isn't that something? All right, get that on there. Okay, get my brown. And again, I'm just gonna wipe my squeegee. I think tomorrow I have a bucket full of squeegees that I have been using and have neglected to clean. So I think tomorrow is going to be cleaning day, guys. All right, let's get this cow all browned up. There are so many pieces in this set. I love it. I might have posted about nativities a while back. I have one nativity. I think I have a couple little like baby set ones that the kids have had. But I have one from when I was first married. It's an Eddie Walker collection. And I've always loved it. Like I've had it for 30 some years, I think. And it comes out every year, but I think this year, this will be my nativity. I think I'm going to switch it up this year. All right, smooth out any lines. Make sure you get those edges. Okay. And voila. The pool is so gratifying, you guys. So we have, I think, a sheep yet to do, and I would do a sheep white or really, really light gray. So I have to find my light gray. Cow done. Now there isn't any transfers that will go on the back side of the pieces, but you can always just color those or just keep them white. You can always keep them white. Let's see if I have. In the dark, we don't want glow in the dark. Trying to find my grayish. Don't think I want to do Dune. Dune is too yellow for me. We could do like an ocean mist. It's a very, very light blue. I don't know. Sheeps aren't blue. So let's say we could do Shimmer Frost, but you really won't see it. So let me find. We will have to do, we're going to have to do Storm, and we're going to have to add some white to it. We're going to make it barely a light gray. So let's bring our little lammy. Let's see if we can find him in our transfers. I may not have cut that one yet. No. So let's get the other transfer and cut that one up. Okay. This is a biggie, guys. This one will take you some time, which is kind of nice. It's very therapeutic just to sit down and plan this out, and you could put some Christmas carols on and just kind of relax while you're doing it. See, like on this transfer, we don't need all that, so we're going to take that off. We don't need that there. That's just a waste right there. Okay. Okay. And then, of course, the star. There we go. All that excess transfer material we do not need. Okay, put these two over here. Let's do our little lammy. Our little lammy, lammy. He's a little guy. Okay, rub him down. What I'll do is I'll probably start with the storm and then come back over it, I think, with the white. We have color trays. You can mix it in a color tray. I could probably should just mix it. I should. Okay. Let's grab some white. We don't really need a whole lot of white, but I'm gonna grab some white. I'm just gonna grab some storm with my detail tool here. All right. Oh, just stuck my whole squeegee in there. Making a mess. We're making a mess. We're just going to make a really, really light gray. A very, very light gray. Okay, we need to make sure we mix this really good. Okay. All right, so it is a very, very light gray, but it's not white. So cover our sheep. Okay, put that back. Let's take a peek, see if we can even see. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. It's just light enough. You probably can't see it on the camera. Let me get it dry and then I'll hold it up closer. A nice light gray. There's our little lammy. Try to turn that down. There you go. There, just a light gray. All right, let's do our star. Don't believe there's a right or wrong way. So we're just going to take that off the backer sheet and lay it down. If it looks like it's totally off, then you can turn it. You can spin it to see. Let's just turn it. Do like a quarter turn. I'm just seeing if like one way makes a difference. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but we're just gonna, I don't know, I kind of feel like it does. So I'm gonna keep turning until I can see. Thank goodness these are see-through, right? So we can see exactly where it's going. My star keeps turning on me too. Okay, we're just going to place that down like that. We are going to grab our shimmer gold. We are definitely doing our star in shimmer gold. Grab a little bit. Again, you use very, very little. When you're working with shimmers, you want to make sure you really press down so it goes through that material. Remember, there's that really fine mesh, or it's like a really fine fabric, right? That you're trying to push that through. Okay. That's camel. It's gold. And then we just peel that off. All right. Transfers, if you look at them closely, you may be like, oh my gosh, like why didn't that make a solid star? They do that on purpose. They actually put little pieces of the material or the transfer in their designs to make it look like a rustic or distressed piece. So don't think that you're just missing something. It's there for a reason. All right, what else do we have here? Let's do Baby Jesus, since we got that one here. Hi, Mom. How are you? All right. We are working on the Nativity kit. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to do a couple things here. For just this little halo, we're going to do in gold. Okay. I think I'm going to do the legs of the crib. Let's see. I'd like to do, maybe we get out the saffron for the hay. I'm tired, but I'm good. Let's do saffron for the hay. I'm going to kind of go across here. Kind of making my own lines here. Or I don't know, maybe it goes down further. Right, get that excess off, back in that jar. This is saffron. This is one of our en vogue colors, this latest release. All right. Then I think I'm going to do, we're going to do bark for the wood. All right, so get that down. Take the excess off. I'm going to kind of like blend where the brown and the yellow meet here. Try to anyway. Just a little bit. Okay. And then let's remove that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, wow. That turned out nice. That turned out so nice. Oops, I got my scissors. So if I was doing this, let's say in my kitchen where I had access to a sink, I would take my transfers right over to my sink and wash them out that way. Otherwise, if you have like a little a baking dish or some kind of a tray, you can let them sit in water for a minute just to keep the paste wet, and then you can wash it out that way. Your board eraser will be your best friend. I promise you that. Look how nice that turned out. I really like that. That turned out nice. Put him down. All right, guys, we still have lots of pieces to do here. Now we're all going to do all the people here. So we're just going to start. I think I'm going to do all the people in the shimmer gold. And then we might add an accent color here and there. So let's first get this guy lined up. Okay. I think I'm going to do the rod. We'll always do like the rods in the brown. I think that's a good plan here. So let's do that first. Also, you want to work quickly. And you'll also notice that I don't really go over it a lot of times, right? Like there's one good swoop to get our excess off, and then another one. The more you work with it, the more you keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, the chances are it's going to dry quicker on you, okay? And we want it to dry on our wood pieces and not in our not in the stencil or the transfer material, okay? So that's why I kind of just pull my excess around. And we're going to get in there and try to do his hand without going over that brown too much. Okay. There we go. All right, ready? Oops, I think I missed the corner here. Check those edges, guys. Okay. And then remove. So you do get a jar of shimmer gold. Remember that. That is a good I love that they do that. I love that they include a full jar. All right, let's see. We're missing all these pieces here. This guy, I think, is this guy. All right, let's do this too. I'm going to cut off. Cut off all that excess. It's just not necessary to be there. Just not necessary. Okay, keep all those backer sheets because these transfers are reusable, okay? You can use them on paper. You can use them on wood and on chalkboard. So you could do a scene on a nice long chalkboard. It does not have to be only on this wood piece set. You could do this on paper and then cut it out. If you want to put this in like a scrapbook, or if you want to do like a little baby Jesus on a card. There's so many ways you can use these transfers. All right, so don't think that it's like a one-time use. These are multiple use products, okay? And you have options. It's not just one rule and that's it. Okay, let's get that hand there. Okay. Off it comes. Okay, get that to dry here a little bit. It would be also very neat to go around all the edges. If you have like an ink pad and a dauber, I would go around probably with like a nice dark brown. Let's see, there's Mary. So let's do, here's the three wise men, right? See, I'm telling you guys, how do you know which one's Joseph and which one's the shepherd? I'm guessing it's going to show us in the, that's probably a good idea. Let's look at the directions and it will show us. Okay, so the tall guy, this guy here, this is Joseph. The other guy is a shepherd. And the other guys are the three wise men. Okay. So here's Mary. So we're going to do Mary next. Let's do Mary. Then we have to actually do inside of the stable yet. We are not done. Okay, Mary. I think I'm going to give Mary a gold dress, and then we're going to do her headdress in that midnight moonlight, or shimmer moonlight, I think. I think that would be really pretty. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's clean another one of these little squeegees here. I would like to get brown in there, but I just don't see how I can incorporate the brown. Guess we could have done Joseph's staff blue. That would have been kind of cool. We still could go over it. All right, so I'm going to do her headdress that color. So there's kind of a little division here. All right, get that excess off. Then we'll do the rest in the gold. And I feel more comfortable like pulling towards me when I chalk, so that's why I kind of turn my pieces around. I got a little bit of that blue in my gold. It does sometimes happen. That back. Okay, we're just gonna stop while we're ahead. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's pretty. All right, so what I might do is then is get Joseph and do his staff in the blue, just so that they kind of go together. All right, so let's bring Joseph back over. We'll put Mary over there. Let's get that transfer. Without making too much of a mess here. All right, I'm just going to lay this back over. I'm going to try to just do it on the staff here. We're going to see if this works. Line it up. It's really sticky, so I think I need to get one part down first. Okay, I think the top is down. Okay, and I'm lightly pressing because I don't want to press too hard. And then we're going to go over it with the shimmer moonlight. I think that'll be awesome. Okay, let's pull it up slowly. Awesome. That way they kind of belong, right? Okay, here's his staff. So now he'll match Mary. Okay. 3 wise men and the stable. Here we go. Here we go. Is that guy? Nope. This guy. Now we're just going to do these guys, I think. Oh, all in gold. Maybe we'll accent just the little things that they're holding. We'll do those in. Do that in the. I don't know where it starts, but we're just going to make it start right there. Do the rest in gold. keeping with the theme. Oh, poop. I almost, darn it. Let me get that blue out of there. I was gonna say, I almost put it in the wrong thing, but I still kind of did. Okay. All right. Put that back. There we go. What do you guys think about this? Do you like this kit? I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. Okay. Put that one over there. This one over. We got two more. Okay. Let's do the gold first, since that's the major part of the transfer here. All right, almost done, you guys. Oh, you know what would be gorgeous is if you did like Hot Mess, if you put a ton of different shimmers in there. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, gold. Then we're going to put a little bit of the shimmer moonlight. Oops, not even close. Okay, get that excess off. Okay. I told you this was going to be a long one, guys. All right. This one up there. Last wise man. Okay. Remember, we waxed everything, so it is all ready to roll for us to just come in and chalk. I do not know what's going on over here. There's like a big white spot. It's strange. Very strange. Maybe it's a big glob of wax I didn't get off. It's possible. Anything's possible. Okay, and then a little bit of our moonlight shimmer. Again, I'm going to turn it just so I have better control. There you go. All of our pieces are done. Now, let me gather all of my pieces, parts here. Keep everything together. Then we're going to, I think, I don't know. I might do it all in white. Crazy, I know. But because we painted it, I don't know that I want to do... I could do shimmer gold, or I could do white. I think those are my two choices right now. So let's get everything kind of cleaned up here. You know, it is like a stable, so it is like wood. Brown would look cool. I don't know. I don't know. I need to think about that, friends. No, I'm not going to do saffron. So we can put that away. All right. Here's the transfer. And it looks like I do have cut lines on there. So we're going to cut those lines. And what will happen is that will drop right inside of that stable. So I'm going to go ahead and I think cut on those lines. Because if you don't, and you were to chalk this, you will be chalking those lines. So if you're doing this on a chalkboard, pay attention to that. I cut that up to that point. When I cut here, I'm going to lose my, they call it like a slug line, or it's the skew information, but I'm going to save that just so I remember. So I'll just kind of cut it there. We'll save that. I don't know why, but we are. Okay. So we have our, see how this is going to just kind of plop in there. I may even have to cut a little bit more off the bottom. Now I can't get it out. Let's get that guy out somehow. Okay, come on. There we go. Whew. All right, I'm going to cut off a little more off that bottom here. 1/16 of an inch sliver here, I think. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's better. Now we gotta get it back out. I don't know why I keep putting it back in, guys. We have to keep taking it out. Okay. Against my better judgment, I'm not gonna wax the inside. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let's remove that backer sheet. Let's get this guy in there. I'm gonna line it up at the top, I think. Let it kind of fall where it may. Rub it down. You want to make sure it's nice and flat, no air bubbles. Okay. All right, so you have the stable, you have your stars, and you have this little glow around baby Jesus. I think I'll do the stable in bark, because I do think I want to do that. I think I want to keep that like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take our small squeegee, because this is a bigger area. Okay. Take this up to the edge. I'm also going to make sure I don't hit those stars, which I kind of did, I think. Not paying attention. So we'll do this. We're going to go up. Okay, try not to touch the side of the stable here. I'm also trying to get my excess. Okay. Get down here. I can get that excess with my smaller squeegee. So let's just get this, carry it through. Make sure all the wood part of the stable is covered. Okay, we're getting there, guys. I warned you, this was going to be a long one. Okay, I have to get that excess over on the side. So I'm going to come in with my little cut up squeegee here and get that. Hopefully I didn't bother that star at all. I don't think I did. Okay. All right, I think I got everything covered that needs to be bark. Maybe we can do the stars in white. Get a mini squeegee here. Let's just do all the stars in white. You can kind of see them as I'm going over them here. Okay, put that back. And then we'll do our little arc down here in gold shimmer. Just kind of drag it over that design, and then you take off whatever excess is left behind. Use very little product, so you don't need it there. Just take it off. All right. Let's hope I don't regret not fuzzing. Somewhere we have to find a little part of the transfer that we can peel up. There we go, through the bottom. Okay. And I'm just gonna slowly pick it up here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Wow, look at that, you guys. It's a true nativity scene. I love it. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Put that aside. Now it pulled up a little bit of my blue paste here, so I can kind of come back in and dab that. But let's get this dried up before we pick up any more. Oh my gosh, do you love this? Again, if you scan that QR code, it'll put that kit in your cart. I want to say you get 13 pieces, you get 2 D-size transfers, a jar of paste, a small squeegee, oh, we gotta put the star on too. Okay, let's get that blue. Let's get the blue out again. We're gonna try to do a little fixing up here. I'm trying not to touch the brown. I'm trying to cover up that white. Try to really blend that in, which it's working. Woohoo. There we go. Awesome. So let's try to thin this out over here. There we go. Perfect. Gosh, that worked out well. A little bit over here. And a little bit over here, although it kind of makes the sky look like there's constellations back there. Or just other galaxies out there. All right, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I really liked how this turned out. As I mess with it, okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I promise. Promise, I promise. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is gorgeous. Okay. Let's clean up everything, and then we'll bring all the pieces together. You won't be able to see it all in its entirety because there's just so many pieces here. We also have to put our star up there, so let's get our little double-sided adhesive square here. Okay, I'm going to put it first here, I think. Thank you. Okay. Trying to get this back sheet off the adhesive here. All right, so you take this backer and there is a clear adhesive that's left behind. We're gonna just pop that right there. All right. Okay, let's see if I can zoom. I can't zoom out anymore, so let's do this. I'm gonna go that way. We're going to take that off. There we go. So we're going to try to make room here. Let's do this. I love it. And it looks so rustic. Not perfect by any means, which I love it even more. Okay. Okay, so here's your stable. I think that's just so awesome. Let's look at all the pieces parts. We have, here's our no, that's not the shepherd. That's the shepherd. Here's our three wise men. Here's Joseph. Here's Mary. And we have baby Jesus over here. Let's do this. Those are those pieces. We have our donkey. Trying to make sure you guys can see all of this. Put him there. Let's put him like there. Can you guys see the donkey? Here's our camel. I'm running out of room. There's our camel. And our cow. Oh my gosh. All these pieces. There you go, guys. Wow, that is a ton of pieces. You definitely get a lot for the price of this kit. Don't forget, you do not need these pieces all the time. You can do this on paper. You can do this on, oh my gosh, your front window. You can do it on chalkboards. If you have a nice wide chalkboard and did it on a black chalkboard with white paste, perfect. Oh my gosh, I love this. I hope you guys did too. I hope you decide to make one on your own and make it your new family tradition to put out every year. I thank you for showing up tonight. I know it was a long one, and I appreciate you hanging out with me.